Lads, as it was famously once said in that one stupid Christmas song we've all heard a million times, it is in fact the most wonderful time of the year, at least for Escape from Tarkov fans, because as of today, the very first pre-wipe event has finally started. Now, according to Logical Solutions on Twitter, I will give you guys a quick look-see here. So here we have the tweet from Logical. This is what has changed. So skills settings. Weapon skill progress rate, instead of it being 1, is now 22, meaning that you can get a lot more weapon skill while in raid. So if you wanted to max out certain guns and see what they're like when they're fully maxed, you can now go ahead and do that basically 22 times faster than you could before. Skill minimum effectiveness 0.0001 has now been changed to 1, and skill progress rate has now been changed from 0.4 to +10. So what this means, as far as I understand it, the soft skill cap every raid. So you know the way you can only get a certain amount of XP per soft skill per, like, let's just use for an example, you can get 4 soft skill points in strength every 10 minutes in a raid. Well, now it's just, you just get progress, and it doesn't stop. Like, you are going to be able to level skills so ridiculously fast that you can probably max out certain skills in like 1 or 2 raids. So if you happen to be one of those people that never got to try out max soft skills, you can now jump into EFT and you can mess around with these during the entire pre-wipe event and get your skills maxed and do whatever you want to do and test out whatever you want to test, which is really cool. So that is the very first pre-wipe event that we have right now. As far as how long this is going to go on for, this is where I'm going to make a couple of educated guesses based on a piece of information that we got yesterday. So it has been a very long time since we have had a drops event for Tarkov. We were told yesterday that the drop events are going to be around New Year's. So I can say with the utmost confidence that the wipe is going to be sometime before New Year's. Now, my date, I'm just looking at my calendar right here. As of recording this, it is the 17th. If the drops event is going to start around New Year's, and let's say around New Year's is plus minus 2-3 days. So let's say drops start on the 27th. I would guess that on wipe day, we're not going to have drops. The drops event isn't going to start on wipe day. If I had to guess, I would say that the drop events are going to start probably a week after the game wipes. Because as we've seen in the past, wipe day, server issues, not great. Also, when you add Twitch drops to that, that also takes a massive toll on the servers. So already wipe day is one of the most just traffic filled days for Tarkov ever. Between that and drop days, you don't want to have those two things together. So I'm going to take a guess and say that the wipe is more than likely going to be on the 22nd, because apparently, you know, BSG likes Thursday, the classic meme and all that. Realistically, it could be, I would say, anywhere from the 20th to the 24th. That's kind of where I'm putting my money in. That's my guess. Now, obviously, this is complete guesswork just based on like previous wipes and, you know, dates and stuff like that. Don't take any of this as if it's guaranteed, because I could be completely wrong. But given the information that we've gotten so far, I'm fairly confident that it's going to be sometime between the 20th and the 24th. So now that the pre-wipe event has started, what else can we expect to see? So, interestingly enough, this first pre-wipe event is actually something we've never seen before. I don't think we've ever had a pre-wipe event where we've had like changes to like skill progression rates and stuff like that. So that's interesting. So one cool thing is we might end up getting a bunch of pre-wipe events now that we have maybe never seen before. However, some old classics that I would love to see come back. Obviously, everybody really likes that everything is super poor and in unlimited stock. Please, for the love of God, make everything unlimited. Do not make everything cheap and then everything has a cap, because that is just miserable. It is pointless. Please, for the love of God, BSG, don't have a cap on stuff if you make everything cheap in one of the upcoming pre-wipe events. Okay, please, that's all I ask. Okay, another fan favorite is raiders on all maps. So if you guys never got to experience fighting raiders on interchange, super fun. Just adding raiders to all the maps in general, super fun. We could have another event similar to the Sanitar event, where Sanitar was always at Fortress on Customs, or something like Killa and Tagilla are now on Factory, or Killa and Tagilla are both on Interchange, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So we could see more events where like the scab bosses are going on vacation, they're moving from reserve, they're going to take a vacation on Customs, they're going to go hang out in dorms and, I don't know, play in the sand, and I don't know, maybe they'll take the boat extract and go fishing or something. But those are definitely some of the possible ones. So we got raiders on every map. We could probably add in potentially rogues on every map, maybe. It is also, I would be surprised if this didn't happen, since they've introduced the goons. They've had a very, very low spawn rate. They've been very hard to find, very hard to fight for a lot of players, and most people haven't been able to kill them because they're actually so difficult to kill. I, in fact, haven't even killed them yet. And not for lack of trying. I couldn't find them. Hundreds and hundreds of raids. I couldn't find them. So I just kind of gave up. So next wipe, I'll do it. So I would not be surprised if we had an event where the goons showed up. Maybe on one specific map. Maybe on all maps, where they just had like 100% spawn rate. And people could go in, they could fight them, they could practice against them and see what kind of loot they have. And this will give players that don't have the hundreds of hours to kind of, you know, grind shoreline over and over again, throw grenades at radio station to see if they're there, an opportunity to fight this boss that they might never see before. One other event as well that would bring me back, that would actually make me play the pre-wipe events, because historically for me, this is my time to play other games and kind of chill. And then when the Tarkov wipe comes out, I get back into Tarkov. I haven't played it in like a month and I'm really loving it again. You know, I'm kind of like washing the burnout off, kind of like a lot of other people are doing right now. So for the pre-wipe events, I never usually play them. Sometimes I do, you know, if it's a really wild event, I'll come back and I'll give it a try. But one thing that would definitely make me want to play it would be 100% spawn rate for cultists in nighttime raids. I would love that. That would be super fun to me, just to spend a whole day or two just going into night raids, NVGs, fighting cultists, PvPing. That would be an event that I would absolutely 100% come back for. So fingers crossed we get something like that. But I also have this little voice in the back of my head telling me that because this first pre-wipe event that we've gotten is so different from anything else we've got, I think BSG maybe have different things planned this time around. And maybe they'll add something in that will be for like testing a new mechanic that's going to come with the next wipe to give us kind of a preview to that potentially. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see whether we're going to get one event today, one event tomorrow, a day, you know, an event the next day, or is it going to be every second day? Is it going to be, you know, who knows what the schedule is going to be? We just have to wait and see. But depending on, you know, whatever BSG posts, if it's significant enough, I will end up making videos on it and I will keep you guys informed. So lads, if you want to stay up to date on what BSG is doing, please make sure to ring the bell, subscribe, like, comment, all that kind of lovely stuff. And lads, if you made it this far in the video, thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate it. And yeah, let me know what you're looking forward to next wipe. Let me know what pre-wipe events you'd like to see in Tarkov. And lads, I will see you guys when the next pre-wipe event comes out. Take it easy.